All right, I'm back after a long hiatus. We're going to do MEWC South Africa Round 2 Qualifier. This is Mama Africa's Kitchen by Rainier Vessels. Let's get started. Copied my lambdas over. What is this? That's wrong file. Okay. So we've got this into a table. T. Okay. And just look up the cost. Oops. Hate it when there's multiple costs or columns that start with the same letter. Okay. Should get here. Alright, price per gram. So we have different units. We need to convert to grams. So we're going to say equals if that equals kilogram, then 1,000 also. That should be good for now. Total units. Okay, and then price per unit. Price per unit. Just going to be the cost divided by the units. And this needs to multiply by the contents. Okay. Equals X lookup. 2 ingredient T. This is price per unit. And we're looking good. Round it to 2 digits. Okay. Good. Alright, here we're going to turn these into name ranges. Measure and value. Okay. And we have some new things here. A quarter symbol and a half symbol. Let's strip these out. Say 0.25 and 0.5. Name this F for fraction and FV for fraction value. So first convert the quantities into numbers. So X lookup this fraction value. If not found, give me this as a value. Okay, that works. Let's make this smaller. Okay. So we got quantity, and then we need to convert this measure value. So 62.5 is what we're after. Alright, let's bigger again. So we want 4. We usually do like a text split, but some of the ingredients have multiple words in them, so we gotta be careful about that. Let's just apply this same logic down here. Okay. So that's our quantity. Equals what? Before, after. Okay, so that's our unit, and our ingredients will be after the second space. Okay, so calculate the cost of these quantities. To do something similar before, say X lookup, list some measures to values, and let's just double check that all of those are in the table. They are. Okay. So that's units equals X lookup ingredient to the price per unit times that. Okay, no, that's not right. So here's that. Okay. Before we were dealing with grams and kilograms, and I didn't adjust this. So now we have to do this. Let's look up the units, MV, and if those aren't found, then just do what we were doing before. Okay, so that should change my price. Let's see. Yeah, so I can multiply by that times that and then round it. Good. And clues, we're in range. Alright, which recipe or dish contains exactly the following ingredients? So this is where we have to combine a whole bunch of different tabs with the ingredients. And so I'm going to use Power Query. Data, get data from file. And this was downloads. Okay, I need to be able to select my cases, but I'm going to do this. So I select it all up to begin with and transform, and then I'll filter once it brings it in here. So we're going to filter out case and ingredients. I don't know what this is. Okay, I don't need these. And then I'll expand the table. Okay, so I don't want this stuff. I really just want the rows that aren't null here. There's extra stuff that I don't want, but I'll be able to get rid of it easier in regular Excel. So I'll just close and load at that point. And then now I'll come in and say equals count A. So if there's nothing in those three cells, then I'll just filter that row and delete it manually. I'm sure there's a way to do that in Power Query, but I need to be fast today. So this is quantity, but I need to convert it. This is unit, ingredient. This is like additional data. And we don't need this anymore. Right, okay. Now, if you look over here, we need this concatenated. So I'll just do a text join with a space. Starting at the Q, okay? And then now that I have that, I'm going to copy paste values, because eventually I'm going to transform this and delete that column. But for now, we should be able to solve this problem. Let's say X lookup, all these values. Oh, I'm going to change the name of our table. So let's make it REC for recipes. RECIPE. Okay. That slowed me down like a few seconds. Why did I do that? Don't sing while you're streaming. What am I doing? REC. This would be the ingredients and return name. No. Why? Okay, so something's wrong. Oh, I don't want ingredient. I want concat. Good. Okay. And last one is the total cost of these ingredients. So now we have to go back here and get the cost. So we'll do something similar. First, get the quantity by saying if this equals B7, that's the half, 0.5. Otherwise, if this equals B8, 0.25. Otherwise, give it another quantity. Okay, so that's good. Copy paste values. Get rid of this column. That's my quantity. And so total units, the lowest unit possible. we're going to say equals XLOOKUP unit to measures to values. If not, if the unit equals kilogram, and 1,000, otherwise 1. So that's total units. And then cost is going to be total units times. Total units has to be times this. Alright, cost is going to be total units times look up the price of the ingredients. Okay, now we've got that, so we'll just say some ifs. This is REC, sum range is cost. The criteria range is the name and that. Okay, round that to 2 digits. Okay. Alright, which recipe is fastest to prepare? This one, the time is here in each one. I'm just gonna, since there's only a handful, I'm just gonna go through each one and look for the smallest one. 25 minutes there. Yeah, so 25, which is chakalaka. Boom chakalaka. Okay. Which ingredient is the most expensive per gram? So I can just do group by T ingredients, T price per. So I don't need to sum anything. This could be done with a filter. Filter array. Yeah, it has to be grams or kilograms. So I want to say right units equals 4 equals gram. Okay. Alright, so pepper. Which ingredient is used by most? Alright, this is my one and only lambda that I've used so far. Most of recipes, ingredients. Salt is used the most. That's a pretty good guess. What is the most expensive recipe to make? So I just sum them all, I guess. So we'll do index, group by, and we're gonna say REC name, REC cost, sum, and 0, 0, -2. No filters necessary here. Biryani. Okay. There's a Persian dish that sounds similar. I wonder if they're related. Biryani? Biryani, I don't know. What is the most expensive ingredient in the malva pudding? Malva pudding. Okay. So, that will be, I guess group by, index group by, index group by. We want ingredients this time. And we're going to say cost max 0, 0, -2. On the filter, it's going to be our name equals pudding. What would I do? Max. Cream. Done. I'm Excel Gladiator, and my goal in creating this video is to help people level up their Excel skills, as well as grow the world of Excel esports. If you want to help me do that, please like and subscribe, drop a comment, or check out one of these other videos.